Primserres is a company located on Lake Geneva's shore in the canton of Vaud. Primserres was founded in 1971. Today, it works in close collaboration with 3 other companies: Primplan, Grebin, and Bioplan. Primserres specializes in the commerce of high-quality vegetables in the French-speaking part of Switzerland. Salads, tomatoes, and potatoes represent over 50% of its global turnover, but it also supplies a great deal of other fresh vegetables such as carrots, cabbage, eggplants, and leek. Each year, Primserres sells over 3 million salads, 4,000 tons of imported fresh vegetables, 2,000 tons of tomatoes, and 3,500 tons of potatoes. Its annual turnover exceeds 17 million Swiss francs, or 11 million euros. Primplan is at the start of the production line. It uses soil that has been carefully selected in northern Germany's peat bogs for its organic qualities that help the seedling become strong at the beginning of its growth. Firstly, the soil is pressed into cubes. Then, the cubes are sprinkled with seeds. After that, a thin layer of sand is added so as to keep the moisture from escaping and thus protecting the seeds. The trays are now ready to be set in the greenhouse for the first stage of growth, which can last from 2 to several weeks, depending on the type of plant. This first phase is crucial for 2 reasons. Firstly, it saves a lot of time in the growth process, and secondly, it gives the certainty of having seeds that will germinate. Having reached the desired growth, the seedlings are now ready to be transferred outdoors. Now it's the farmer's turn to take over. His mission is to plant the seedlings in his fields and look after them until they're ready to be harvested. He must see to it that the cultivations benefit from optimal conditions to favor the best possible growth. Primserres works with 30 or so different farmers who've been carefully selected in the surrounding region. To do business with Primserres, the farmers must have fields with very high quality soil, but that's not all. They must also have an irreproachable work ethic and modern machinery that's up to the task. It is also part of the farmer's job to ensure that the cultivations receive enough water when the rains are insufficient. After the sun has played its part and brought the cultivations to maturity, the farmer harvests a certain number of plants each day. Quantities depend on the day's orders. In the fields, special care is taken not to damage the vegetables when cut and handled. The presence of plants not destined to be harvested among the crops is proof that the production is what we call integrated, which is basically an engagement to not use too many fertilizers that end up impoverishing the soil. Once they've arrived to the Primserres building, the freshly harvested vegetables are rigorously checked. Nothing goes to waste though. Anything that will not be sold is recycled and used as compost. This is also a good way to avoid using too many chemical fertilizers. Modern machinery enables greater efficiency in the packaging process. In a domain where time is the watchword, it's this type of infrastructure coupled with a team of motivated employees that make Primserres capable of responding to the modern market's demands. Whatever the vegetable, there's always packaging adapted to it. Constant communication with the clients, the use of computers, and order management through the internet are vital to guarantee formidable efficiency. Primserres' main building has over 2,500 square meters, which include the main hall, cold storage space, offices, as well as loading and unloading platforms. Produce reception is carried out at the back of the building. It is then stored temporarily either in the main hall or in the cold storage space, before being packaged and loaded into one of Primserres' 5 refrigerator trucks. This operation takes place at the front of the building.